Jeez. We look lonely.
Hello.
Good
Can you-
evening.
Ah,
Good
we can
evening.
hear you.
Hello.
That's good. I can hear you.
Okay, great. Hi, Tim.
Hello.
Judy, can you hear us? Hi, Judy.
She's on mute.
Yeah, you're
muted.
Hi, Catherine.
Hello.
Can you hear us okay?
Yes, I can.
Great. Hmm. All right. Catherine, do you know if Sherry Susie is going to be joining us?
No, she's not. She had a death in her family.
Oh, okay. What are you doing, Pam?
I wanted to see if that was the,
And she shouldn't need to. She and I have already reviewed the transfers.
Okay. Okay.
We did that before she sent them off.
All right, so I will call the meeting to order at 7:01 PM. We'll do roll call first. Start with me, Christina Davis, I'm present. Pam Summers,
here,
Judy Austin. Judy, are you still here? Oh, yeah, you're waving. Okay, Judy's here.
I'm here. You got me now?
Okay, there we go. Now we can hear you.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Paul Varga.
Here.
Keith Lipker is not here. Angie DeSanto is not here. And then for our alternates, we have Tim Rhodes,
Here.
present, very good. Hugh McKenzie is not here, and Holland Love is not here. So Tim, I will seat you for Angie DeSanto.
Very good.
Okay. Next up, we have communications. So I did receive the year-end transfers that I shared via email with the board, and we have that on the agenda to discuss and possibly take action. I did reach out to the town assessor, just to check on the reval, and she let me know that eQuality, which is the firm that we're contracting out to, is working on values for this. Again, this is for the reval of all the property in town. And she's analyzing the data and reviewing the status of open permits. The plan is to have values mailed to homeowners in November. Exact date can't be confirmed at this time. But just wanted to let people know that they should expect to see something likely in November, next month. I also distributed earlier this week a communication that I would like to share with town departments and boards and insert in the Citizen about a budget public input session. To this, with a little bit of back and forth with the first selectwoman and the town clerk, the recommendation was to keep it as part of a regular meeting, just to simplify. But we'll just note that it's an extended public comment for that meeting. So that will be Thursday, November 13th at 7 PM. And again, I will send that out to boards and commissions and town departments to let them know so they can attend, and then also put it in the Citizen so that people can put it on their calendars. Yes, Catherine?
And as I suggested, I would make it the very first thing on your, aside from seating your people, I would make it the very first thing on your agenda so that people can get there early and they can address that and not have to wait through the rest of the agenda.
Makes sense to me. And I did just get an email, Catherine, from the first selectwoman, Catherine, about the Zoom AI companion. I'll take a look at that. I certainly didn't turn it on. It must be some sort of default setting and I'll have to.
Yes, it was there
figure
again
out how to
tonight.
turn it
And anything that AI produces is not considered true accounting of your meeting. Therefore, it's a FOI concern.
on. Okay, I will take a look at that. Again, it's not something I'm purposely turning on. It's just something that's default.
And to be clear for everybody, the only true accounting of your meeting is the video and the minutes that you produce that are then verified at a subsequent meeting.
We got another person join BKFG user. See who that is. There's someone new joining the meeting? Could you say hello to let us know who you are? Hello? You're muted.
They're on mute.
Yeah,
Yeah. BKFG user, can you say hello? Okay, well, we'll keep an eye on that, see what that's all about.
maybe they just want to listen.
That's okay, they can listen. All right, next item is approval of the minutes. So we have the regular meeting minutes for Thursday, September 25th, and at that meeting, I was present. Keith, he's not here, Pam, Judy, and Tim. So it looks like we have enough people to approve those minutes. So would someone like to make a motion to approve the minutes of the September 25th meeting?
I'll move.
Pam made the motion.
One sec.
Judy seconded.
Yep.
Thank you. Any edits for those minutes? Oh, Sherry, you're at your meeting. Okay, doing double duty. All right. Thank you, Sherry. That would make sense. Maybe it's Brooklyn Fair. Yes. Okay, now it all makes sense. Just want to make sure it wasn't like a hacker. Okay, sorry. So going back to the minutes, were there any edits for those minutes? Okay, all those in favor of approving those minutes, please say aye.
Aye.
Bye.
Any opposed? And any abstentions?
I will abstain.
Okay. All right, the motion carries. Next is public comment. Does anybody want to make a public comment? Okay. Moving on, new business. First item is select woman's update. Catherine?
Yeah, I'll do it verbally tonight. Couple of things. Public Works Facility repaving project. The repaving is complete. We're going to start issuing new transfer station stickers on this Saturday at the transfer station and Monday, October 13th at the Selectman's office. We anticipate this project will complete under budget.
That's
Ooh,
great. Congrats.
Wonderful.
And then the next item is Rec Desk cloud-based recreation software. The new system went live September 29th and is already being used for basketball signups. Kudos to Noah King and Sherry Susie for putting this online recreation program sign up and pay system in place so quickly. Another item that you would be of interested in is town office building. I've looked around the outside of the building. Repairs are needed to the outside. The fascia and some other components are, I can't tell if it's just the paint coming off in some areas or if it's rotting. So if you were to look above the main entrance over to the right, you, and look at the side wall, you'll see where it comes down. It looks like it may be having problems. So we don't need leaks coming in, through the outside. Also, based upon a request from the library, I looked at, I got an estimate for a camera security setup for Knowlton, like we have here in town offices. I believe the estimate we got was under $7,000. But it is a town managed building, and there is a concern about not having, particularly the people in the library, not having a sense of security as to who's coming in. There was an incident that occurred that prompted them to be thinking about this. So I'll be looking for where we can get money to support putting that system in. And this, by the way, it's the same company that put the camera system in here in the town office building. And that's all I have.
Okay. Thank you very much. Next on the agenda is discussion and possible action regarding year-end transfers. So we did, and this is Sherry, this is your turn, I guess. Your item. So we did receive from the treasurer, and I shared this with the board in advance of this meeting, the recommended year-end transfers, which I can share on my screen. Hopefully folks can see this. So this shows accounts that were overspent for fiscal year 2025. So that's the fiscal year that ended June 30th, because we're in the process of closing up the books and completing the audit for that time period. So this shows which accounts were over, ranging from like the low end of $267, and then the high end of looks like 14,000 roughly was senior center. I don't know what that is, Catherine. Senior center can't assist. Is that like a assistant?
I'm looking at senior center director wages. What are you looking at?
So this one right here
Oh, wait a
is,
minute. I can't, bear with me. I'm looking at the actual transfer document.
hopefully you can see it on your screen.
Oh yeah, we had to pay assistants for over 6 months because we didn't have a senior center director.
Gotcha.
And the reality is that when it came to items of how do I want to put this? The items that you would typically expect a senior center director to manage, I had to do some of that during that time. The good news is we got a great senior center director who is receiving all kinds of accolades from the seniors since coming on board in early January. That's Monica.
Great. Judy? Judy, yeah, go ahead.
So with that assistant, was the pay going out for the director and an assistant during that time frame?
No. What we had was part of it. Yes, we had a director. Bear with me. The director also that we had also at a point was out on medical. Okay. Then we had more than one assistant that had to come in. The director that we had before was paid an hourly wage, but had benefits, full benefits. I didn't set that up. That was set up previous selectmen. And then the other people, it varied in terms of what we needed for their help and the number of hours. We also increased the hours. We didn't start increasing the hours till yes, this past fiscal year. We increase the hours by 1 hour a day. So, when all was said and done, we had, over 6 months of paying the assistants, and then we had the new director.
That clarified it.
And
I
the
was
new
just
director, by the
wondering
way,
why.
when we tried to find a director at the same rate, that hourly rate that we had for the previous director, we were unable to get anyone. That's why it took 6 months. Ultimately, we did some more canvassing, found out what we thought would be a reasonable rate, and because we were very, very low. And so we had to increase the rate, and that's why we went over on the new director. And we only had that new director for 6 months, less than 6 months. So you see more of it under the assistants and less of it under the new director. It was just that amount of increase for those 6 months. I know it looks a little weird, but that's why.
No, it's fine. The clarification's fine.
Okay,
Can I ask a question?
yep, go ahead.
Why is column F, the numbers elevated? What is the difference between column E and column F?
I think that might be subtotaling, so that is, I think, so like this is Knowlton Hall electricity.
Oh, okay,
Knowlton Hall,
okay.
I think
Okay.
Sherry
I s-
subtotaled it over here.
All right, that
Let's-
makes sense. Okay.
Let's see,
I was just wondering where it came from.
Good question.
subtotals, that's what Sherry said. Sherry,
Okay.
we can't, I have not heard you, Sherry. Are you trying to talk? Okay,
I think we're good.
all right. Any other questions on this list here? Oh, here's Sherry. She says her speaker's not working. Okay. Well, we'll make do and drop stuff in the chat, Sherry. Okay, so the total of accounts overspent is 77,878.18 And then in order to balance that out, Sherry identified different accounts where we were under budget so that we could balance it out there. So you have an over by 77,878.18 and then an under of 77,878.18 and that balances out so that we can close the books on the fiscal year. And then there are some smaller numbers specific to the recreation fund. A total of $1,300 roughly. And then youth services, a total of 5,800 roughly. So any other questions on these? So I have a question, and hopefully Sherry can respond, but maybe Catherine, you have a thought, or opinion. Do we need to do this? Can we do this as one motion for both, for the general government,
Yes.
creation and youth services, or do we need to do 3 different motions?
Let me think about that for just a second. Typically, I believe, you can always look back in your records. I believe you do it in one motion, accepting this information. pointing
Okay,
to this
Sherry,
information.
Susie, Sherry,
And,
Susie just said
you know what,
all.
and Sherry, if Sherry is on there, shoot, I left my phones down in the car. Sherry, if you're able, you can put something in the chat.
She did. She said that we could do it all in one motion.
Okay, good. I didn't see that.
Okay, so would someone be willing to make a motion to accept the year-end transfers as presented by the treasurer, Sherry Susie?
So
I'll move.
moved.
I think that was Tim. We'll say Tim made the motion.
I'll second.
Pam seconds. Okay, any discussion at this point? Okay, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And any abstentions? Okay, so I think that was approved unanimously. Thank you.
I'd also like to extend thanks to Sherry. She did a great job with this. And I know that when we reviewed it, she made sure everything was very clear. So I really appreciate the work that she did.
Yes, thank you, Sherry. She also just shared that the auditors will be out to finish the audit on October 20th and 21st. So that's great. One more question for you, Sherry, on the capital projects. Do we need to take action to close out projects in order for that audit to happen, or does that not matter? I just want to make sure if we need to do something as a board in terms of those capital projects that we make sure we make time for it.
I don't see anything coming up in the chat at all, but what I'd like to do is take that offline with Sherry, because if there's a way for us to make sure that we do that, I think it would be wise. I just want to make sure that our timing is good, because you will have to do the, I think, an approval on that, closing them, maybe closing them. I'm not sure if you need to, but it's healthy to do that at the end of
Sherry
the
just
fiscal
said,
year.
Sherry just said there are only 2 small projects and that can wait. Okay, so
Okay. Where are you seeing that? I'm looking at the chat.
It's a private message.
maybe she's just sending it right to me.
Yeah.
And she's gonna double check with the auditors to see that they did not make any changes. So, okay,
Good.
all right. Just let me know, Sherry, if you need us to do something by a certain date, just let me know so we can plan accordingly. Okay, so I think we can move on. So just a quick update on the 23-24 annual report. I sent that to the first selectman's office, and Chris Abacoff, and got a few notes, made some edits on the draft. We have picked our dedication, the person that we're dedicating it to, Richard Whitehouse. We have a write-up, based largely on something that Chris Abacoff had drafted for a previous nomination. So thank you to Chris for that. Paul, I think you said you might be able to get me a photo.
I was
think
just
that's-
gonna ask if the people I recommended had fell through. I will, I'll take care of it, this week.
Okay, yeah, because that's
Is
the
that-
only thing I'm waiting on
Is
at
that
this
good?
point.
Can I get it to you like midweek this week, or do you need it sooner?
No, that's fine.
Okay. All right.
I don't think anybody is dying for the annual report, but I'd like to just get it done so I can.
Wait,
Get off
I have
my
a
list.
calendar ticking right now. So I will, yeah, I'll search through what we have and I'll get you something that's
Okay,
good. All right.
cool. So I think that's it for the annual report. Agenda items for the next meeting. It sounds like we might not need our second meeting in October. So there might be a cancellation if nothing comes up. And then we'll have the election, which may mean that we might have a couple new members. And that'll be, then our first meeting with the new members will be, I believe, November 13th. So, does that sound right? Yeah. And then that November 13th meeting will have the public input session at the very beginning. So that'll be good. I think the timing works out well with that. And then remarks for the good of the board. Just thanks everybody for taking the time out this evening and working efficiently. And I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll move.
Pam made the motion,
I'll second.
Judy seconded,
Me and
all in
Pam start,
favor?
me and Pam end.
Aye.
All in favor,
Aye.
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 Okay. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night.
Good
Have a
night.
good night.
Right.
Bye.
To do.